so long. How would you know? Remember, you was in a witness protection program, locked away. So you didn't know everything. I mean, I know you had access to a phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The only informant I know that had access to a phone, you know? And you talks about all this other crazy shit. Supreme got killed, nobody did nothing. How would you know? How would you know? Because everybody report to a flunky, right? Everybody report to Cat Funky. Yes, you was Cat Funky. You was a worker. That's exactly what you was. You took out contract killings. That's what you did. Type of shit you on. And then we want to go back to, some of this stuff is so long that I got to make notes. I'm not like you to do everything off the top of my head because this is nothing rehearsed. You understand? I mean, and then you still a rat. You understand? You're out here making false accusation about who is this person, tell them about that, man. You're still trying to get people indicted with your false accusation. But guess what? Guess who's not worried about it? Guess who don't lose no sleep, no night over none of the stuff you say? Me. That's who. Because I'm not worried about none of that BS. You cannot blackmail me or extort me with your lies. Your lies will never be stronger than my truth. And that's a fact. That's a fact. You understand? So you keep on bringing up any kind of accusation you want, you know? I mean, the truth is the truth. And the truth will set you free. Okay? And let's talk about this 18 situation. Remember that? You know I was there the whole time. But going over your corny notes, you understand? I mean, see, in that first book, you was telling the truth. But I guess it was so boring and so corny that you had to start stretching your imagination. Remember what days you had on that block? Sunday through Wednesday, the slowest day of the time, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., making probably $2,000 to $3,000 a day. Remember that? I do. This was sometime in '86, the first part of '86, before you went to prison to do that trial for murder. Remember that? I remember. You had people like Tut and Rob and them helping you out. Oh, okay. But you was the leader of the A-team. I don't know if you say that, somebody else say that. You understand? Boy, those cats was not there. And why can't you get none of these guys on your platform? Why can't you? You've been doing this for 4 years. Why can't you get nobody on your platform? You know why? Because they don't mess with you. You's a rat. You eat cheese. They don't like rats. They don't even answer your call. You might get 1 or 2 of them, whatever. And I see you got Shaybey get ready to do something to you. Shaybey, bro, I hope you don't mess up your credibility. You understand? Agreeing to none of this new bullshit. I really don't. You understand? Respect you. You understand? But like I said, he tells a story about you pull out a long 38 on him. That never happened. You know it didn't happen. So don't fall into that bullshit lie. He's telling another lie when he said he had our step pops 32. You understand? Domino and me was there. Domino was ashore. He had the shit in his sheepskin pocket. You understand? It was only me and him there. Those other young cats from Plaza went and got Shaybey. Shaybey came and took the gun from Domino. Domino came to me and said, yo, you got the gun. You got the gun. What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? You understand? Brian was still in the house. Brian did not get out the house until he was like 15 and almost 16. 15 years, 8 months, somewhere around there. And like I told y'all before, he was a dumb criminal. He caught 2 felonies in the first week that he turned 16. 2. Not 1, 2. 2 on 2 different occasions, a week apart. And like I said, when I say dumb criminal, he was always a dumb criminal. And I'm going to show you another perfect example of how dumb this dude still was. He got released in July of 1997. So he started sending his boxes and paperwork home. He used to make lamps and banks and all that. So the molding and his paperwork, all that stuff he sent home. I mean, he must be sent about 20, 30 boxes to my house. all of that stuff went straight in a storage room that was on my property. A storage room. Never ever into my house. You understand? And like I say, why I say he was still dumb? Because what kind of fool would keep an agreement that they made with the government? That was so disgusting. What kind of fool would do that? That shit should have never ever hit my eyes, or nevertheless nobody else's eyes. Because again, that's how disgusting he was, telling on any and everything that he knew. He's like a broken refrigerator. He know it, it's leaking out. You understand? He run his mouth. So be careful, y'all out there who he's still in contact with. Be careful what you talk to him about. Please do. Don't talk to him about nothing going on in your community, nothing your brother or your cousin or your nephew or anybody do. Because if you do, he's going to report it. He still talks to state agents and feds agent. Yes, he does. And listen, man, you don't think that he always talking about Little D and D Nice and all of this, did this with Delroy. He knows the story that went on with Uzi Delroy. He knows it from the top of his head, you understand? But he likes spinning his story because everything got to be about him, what he did, you understand? Just like I said, that was answer. Nice and them handling their business. They did their thing, you understand? Delroy and them ain't never got that block. Known history, ain't never. You understand? So again, this is always a story that was told to Brian, that Brian trying to flip for his own personal reason. You know, he should be paying homage to Nice, you understand? Because if it wasn't for Nice and me paying his lawyer for the 1986 case that he caught and paying Anwar to do the right thing, you understand? It would be no Brian today. Brian would still be upstate New York drinking toilet water because he already had 4 felonies. So he would have been upstate New York still drinking toilet water. But he want to sit here and act like somebody's a punk and they can do nothing. Everything do not get reported. Remember that. Because we know who you are. And what else? Oh, and the truck jewelry. Hey, Brian. When Nice gave you all my jewelry when you came home in '87, what did you have? What kind of jewelry you had? A lion head and a gold nugget watch. That's the only thing you had, right? Right. So all those pictures that y'all see him flashing jewelry, that wasn't even his. He lived big. That dude wanted to beat me. He wanted to beat me so bad. If you read his Carney books, I don't know if this is actually in the book. I know what's in these transcripts that I got here. That he had a spot on Ralph and Pacific and one on Bergen. You understand? That nigga is a total liar. Those was not his spot. Those are spots I ran. And on Marion and Hopkinson. It was 3 of us over there who had that spot. And he wasn't one of the bosses. He was a lookout. We hired him as a lookout. Watch out for when the police come. You understand? That's what he was hired as. He ain't never had a spot. He had one spot in Brooklyn in Coney Island after he came home from that '87 acquittal. Before that, he had the spot on Fountain and Sutter. That spot with the A-team. But he was a worker also. Nothing more than a worker. Like I said, now, he was doing stupidity stuff in the streets of New York. Yes, that he was doing. He was doing stupid stuff in Queens. That he was doing. I think before they had that horse collar indictment that came down, he did made him and a partner named Bobo. They did, I think that's why they say 30,000 within 36 hours. That's still not a 24-hour thing. But that was one day and only one day. All right? So when you tell a story, you need to really tell factual shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to continue this another